It's time for another garden update. This is garden in the Beach Flats, Santa Cruz, and it is June 16th, 2025. So, I don't know, it's not a message or anything, but I found this a little while ago in my plot, and I don't know, just gotta recognize where you are. And this is the Beach Flats, and about 3 years ago there were at least 5 shooting incidents. One of them one night, lots and lots of bullets fired. Anyway, I don't think this is from that, but this is a bullet that was in my garden in the middle of the park, which back in the day, like 10 years ago, I probably couldn't have even walked through this park. I wouldn't have made it. And so, anyway, this bullet, can you see it? Was probably shot at another human being from a human being. So that's pretty gnarly. First we get a general overview of things. This is Poets Park, this is the small garden, this is my plot. Some of the other plots here. Small place, but pretty cool. And over in the distance there, over there, is the big garden. This is my 6th season, I think, maybe. I got this plot only like a month or 2 after I moved into this neighborhood. It is $25 a year, and I get to use all the water I want. So yesterday, at night, I'm assuming, someone came in and slit my hose. I often wonder about the motivations, but things happen, and there are a lot of kids around here, and there are a lot of, like, I don't know, would-be gangsters. This is a blue neighborhood, if you get what I mean. So sometimes we have people that wear red come in and they want to shoot the place up and start trouble, or whatever. I don't know if that's the case. But anyway, somebody came in and chopped up my hose and stole some stuff from Francisco. And a couple years before that, they came in and they like kicked off all the hose bibs. So I don't know what that's all about. Alright, I'm going to try and follow along to my diagram, which isn't very accurate at this point. You can see here, this is arugula and some watermelon radish. Those are both from seed from when I planted these things before. Maybe I planted them too close together, but I don't know. It's still like very much an experiment. Every year's different. So continuing down these rows, this is a glass gym here. And here I planted some shishito peppers, some store-bought seed that was actually expired, but a few of them came up. You can see volunteer cilantro. This is probably glass gin as well. These are cayenne peppers that are from seed from peppers that I grew last year. So I got some of those. I honestly don't remember what kind of corn this is. I didn't write these 2 down. Then there's some sugar snaps there. And then coming back here, this is, what is this? This is glass gin as well. And then here's some volunteer mizuna. And that comes, as well as the cilantro that I pointed out, this comes from just letting stuff go to seed when I've planted years previously. And this is actually like from 2 years ago, so there's still a couple Mizuna volunteers that are coming up from seed that was from 2 years ago. And here is the tomatillo. I've been told by the other gardeners that this is sort of a wild variety, and I literally don't have to plant any tomatillos. I think the first couple years I pulled them all out, but now I realize what a cool thing they are, and they just come from everybody else's plots. So that's pretty cool. And if you've never seen a tomatillo seed package carrier or whatever, it's pretty gnarly. Like, I'll have to try and find a picture of it that I took, but it's like if you just let them all drop, then the husk, like, I don't know, dissolves or rots away, but there's like this lattice work of veins or whatever that stays intact, and it holds all the seeds together. You can literally blow it into the air from your hand. Anyway, I also planted several different kinds of sunflowers. They're all sort of coming up now. I planted beans. Beans. This one's doing really well. And more beans. And those are all things that I got from Francisco. That's Francisco's plot over there. There are black ones, red ones, and these ones, I don't know what they are. They're like big pinto beans. That's what they look like, but that's not what they are. Oh, also, I planted serrano peppers right here, and none of them came up. And as happens every year now, this is a volunteer tomato. This is a different kind than the other ones that are mostly going to come up. So I don't know what this one is. And this is kind of like one of my prized things here. This is a golden berry, and it actually came from Trader Joe's golden berries that I bought, and some of them ended up in my compost. And you can see, like, can you see? They're doing their thing for sure. Yeah, look at that. So, if you don't know what these things look like, this is one from a package from Trader Joe's. So that's pretty cool, huh? They're natively from Peru, I guess. Like I said, they came up in my compost, and I didn't plant anything last winter, and they survived the whole winter, and now they're doing amazing. So I'm definitely going to keep working on these guys. But yeah, so I was saying, like, last night, or well, the night before, someone came out and they like sliced up my hose. And it was probably just some gangster kids or whatever, or some, I don't know, just kids. They're trying to create some havoc. But anyway, one of the other guys, they asked me about it this morning when they saw me, and this guy's plot, I don't know his name actually, or at least I can't pronounce it, but he replaced my hose for me, so that's pretty fucking awesome. Alright, so this row, other than the golden berry, I had left open, and the same guy that replaced my hose, he left a bunch of kale sprouts for me if I wanted them, and so I took 5 of them, tore one of them out, wasn't doing very well. Then we come over here, more tomatillos. This is red pasole corn, and then more sugar snaps in there, and yeah. The sugar snaps are from San Lorenzo Lumber. They were starters. Then this chard, which is doing extremely well, was also from starters. And I don't know, like, I try and pick stuff these days that snails and slugs don't like. So they don't really like kale, they don't like chard, they don't like sugar peas, they don't like radishes, they don't like arugula, they don't like big or corn plants, they don't like cilantro, they don't like pepper plants once they get big enough. So I think I'm doing all right this year. Also, I have started doing this. I don't know if you can see it, but this is copper tape. And I really spent a lot of time weeding and digging below the whole border of my plot, except for this outside part, which you can't do anything about really. And put this copper tape there. Most of the snails and slugs come from this guy's plot because he just kind of lets it do whatever it wants. Pretty happy about this too. You can't really see it, but that's okra. Some okra for you. Do I like okra? Not especially. But I had my great aunt, Sister Mary Otho, she recently passed away last year. And anyway, she lived in Kentucky. She was always telling me that I should try and grow okra. So I've tried 2 years in a row, both times from expired seed. I had a buddy that gave me a bunch of seeds, and so I tried to use them anyway. A lot of this stuff is from that. But this year I got a couple little okra plants, so we'll see what happens with that. So okra, and then another volunteer tomato. This is, I'm pretty sure, this one and this one, and there's some other little ones starting. Those are going to be like golden cherry tomatoes. Pretty sure they came from my compost a couple years ago. Oh yeah, there you go. Some tomatoes. I actually planted some cabbage in here, purple cabbage, didn't come up. There's supposed to be a couple more corn here, they didn't come up, but you can see tomatillos galore here, and then this sunflower is doing pretty good, more tomatillo, and then I just get these random cilantros everywhere. And that's because I have grown a lot of cilantro here. And I like coriander a lot. So, I don't know, I let it go to seed. So it just kind of comes up everywhere. Funny enough, I did actually plant a bunch of seed from seed in a package, probably expired in this area, and none of it came up. But the stuff from the stuff that I've grown before is still coming up. These two, I guess they're going to be squash, maybe cucumber, I'm not sure. But this guy and this guy were gifts from the same guy that gave me the kale and replaced my hose. So that's pretty sweet. Transplanted them out of his garden into mine. And it took a little while to adapt, but they're doing really great. You can see I have a couple Thai basils. They're doing okay, but not great. I have planted a lot of Thai basil here before, more than I could use. And yeah, you know, things look a little overcrowded in places, but like I said, I'm trying to embrace this kind of volunteer sort of culture that's happening here. So this is a Peruvian purple. I planted 3 seeds there. That's the only one that came up. I don't have any more of those. Tomatillo, some cilantro, and then these things. Got a couple morning glories. Got to be careful with those. Cilantro. Some more morning glory. And this rosemary that was here when I got to the garden, it was a lot bigger, so I've really hacked away at it, but it seems to be doing pretty well.